one of the things that we've heard from our audiences is that the career path or the standard career ladder for growth leaders doesn't seem to exist. Why do you think that is? What's going on in growth as compared to product or marketing that makes it really more challenging to observe a standard career path?
Growth as a function is relatively new to a lot of organizations. When you think about disciplines like marketing, engineering, sales, etc., accounting, finance, those things have been around for a very, very long time. Accounting and finance probably go all the way back to like ancient times. And so those paths are fairly well worn, and there's not a lot of differentiation between them. The challenge with growth is that there's a lot of different variables. Do you have a marketing background? Do you have a product background? Do you have a data background? Are you a growth marketer? Are you a growth product manager? And so because the function is new, very few people have spent the time to think about what does it mean to grow your career as a growth practitioner? Where do you end up? And how do you get from the start to the end?
I would add that a lot of companies do not have well-defined growth strategy. So how can you even be a successful growth leader if your company doesn't understand what growth is? On top of it, the convolution of, is it growth marketing? Is it growth product? Do you need to go into sales? Creates a lot of ambiguity around what strategic importance does the growth leader actually hold within the company. I've seen very few businesses where a growth leader is actually accountable for all three growth levers of acquisition, retention, and monetization. And if you're only responsible for acquisition, what is growth leadership even then means? Just that you're driving demand gen? That is not accountability over entire growth model. So how can you possibly create a growth ladder that actually strategically lines up with companies' objectives and outcomes? So lack of understanding by companies of what growth is, diversity of backgrounds that actually come into growth because of the differences in growth motions, plus very nuanced and new in what Adam said of the field is new.
I don't think we ever get through a full question without laughing in real life. So that's more or less emblematic of how program creation goes.
Feel free to include that in as the end. That should be fun.
Yeah.
The outtakes.
Woo!